Hey, I'm real glad to be here. Normally I do comedy in coffee shops, so it's good to be here. But I had to stop going to them because I kept burning my hands on the coffee, and then one day I thought to order a cup, and that helped. But now I got kicked out of this shop because they had some muffins out, and the sign said gluten-free muffin, but in my head I read it as gluten-free muffin. So I took it, and I was like, I love gluten in all its forms. Why not a muffin? I'll take it. They say if you can make it in New York, you can make it anywhere, and I'm not. Don't know if it works the other way around, but. Now, before I moved here, I was visiting my mom. It was real easy because I was living with her. But now you gotta find your own place. It's hard. So I got here, and I met up with a broker, and they're no help. They're no help. No, he showed me this place, and I was like, I thought you said there was a built-in closet. He's like, no, it's built in a closet. You have to read the fine print. So that didn't work out. I put up an ad, and this 80-year-old woman reached out to me, and she said, we're either looking for a woman or a gay guy. I was like, I don't think that's the same thing, but. She said, are you at least an ally? I said, I'll lie about anything to find an apartment in this city. So I moved in with a friend, I don't think, I'm not gay. I'm just a man in his 30s chasing his dream, living with another man. I don't think I could do it. And ruin that fantasy too? Not now. Not now when I'm on the verge of appealing to women. Once I get that bed frame, it's easy street. You ladies have high standards. You're 3 feet off the floor. No, I don't use the apps anymore because I beat them. I got to the end. There's no one left. So I've been trying speed dating because slow dating has not worked out. I like it. People give you advice, when you're trying to date. They're like, oh, women love to be asked questions. You should always be asking more questions. So I did, and I went, and finally someone pulled me aside and said, hey, you got to wait for them to answer first. Before moving on to the next one. The problem I have with New York women is that they're smart. So I'll talk to one, and then right away they ask you that question, what do you do? Oh, hit you right in the chest, because they mean, what do you do for work, right? It's like, how did you find my weakness so quickly? I feel exposed like a Scooby-Doo villain. I would have had every number in this bar if it weren't for you meddling. No, it's working out. It's going good. I met this girl at one of these speed dating events, and I thought it was going well, so I was like, why don't we go back to my place? And she said, I used to do that kind of thing during my hoe phase. Some people are familiar. If you're not, it's just right before a woman meets me, she's done with her hoe phase. I always just miss it for some reason. They get it together right before. It's all right. I became a teacher recently. Yeah, there's a high need in the city, okay? I work in a public school, and it's really public. They just let anyone in there. I got a mentor, and I like him. He's like, Dan, you can't just be a nice white guy with these kids. I was like, oh, that's kind of my whole thing. He's really good with the kids. He's a good mentor. The only thing, He's an Israeli from South Africa, and it's like, how greedy can you get, you know? Like, you weren't winning enough on one of those things. All right, that's my time, folks. Have a good one.